This is the labor setup screen in HeavyBid. And I'm going to set up a new labor code. And I'm going to come down here to and just get me a new row, just insert row. And I don't have to worry about sorting here. All I have to do is start it with a letter, and I can have any field after that. So I'm going to put OP, and I'm going to just call it OP7. And I'm going to call it operator heavy crane. So this is my big lift operator, and I'm going to put him in for $45. And this $45 will reflect what his pay is, what his base pay is. This is not an all-in-one rate. And then I have MH for man hours, because I'm going to use this operator in a crew, so it does have to be MH. And then I have the actual tax rate. Now this is a percentage of my base rate, so I go up here to this tax rate field right here. I click on it, and I'll get the components of this tax rate here. I could even set up some more headings if I needed them. Let's say he needed an additional safety license, so I can put that in. For certification, I close that, and now I have that field there that I could put that in. And I could change any of these other components, as these can be for each individual craft right here. Even though most of the time you do have close to the same or exactly the same tax rate for all the labor crafts. The next field is my fringe, which would be $1 per hour. Now this would be in a union situation. This would reflect the union dues and all the things that you pay up. The company pays the union. In a non-union situation, this would be things that perhaps the company funds. It might be paid directly to the employee, and it might not. It just might go into a bucket that is used, for instance, for training. This would be training dollars that go into the training account. You notice here I have two more fields. This would be taxable. So this, if I click taxable here, the training would be taxed at whatever rate that craft is. And then, of course, the overtime situation. Every hour, if he works 10 hours, he will be, it will apply that fringe rate. So if it's 50-hour work week, it'll be $3.85 for all 50 hours. However, if I click on this box, it'll also get the overtime component. So if, let's say, my overtime bump was 1.1 factor, my overtime factor, then this annuity would also get that 1.1 for every hour. Now I have the overtime rule. Here, this is how I can apply individual overtime rules for different crafts. A lot of companies have the same overtime rule, so they'll leave this blank and use the default overtime rule, and we'll discuss that in another video. And then we have a composite rate at the end, which would be the $45 plus 45 times 17.15%. So that handles the tax component, plus $3.85, and that equals $56.57. Another thing you might observe here is I don't have names. So this is just basically you list the craft, and you're going to use approximate pay rates. Maybe you use the highest pay rate for each labor craft.